why did France lose, and lose very badly, and why did Ukraine not lose so far? And it's not over yet. So I think let's look at the Battle of France. So again, most people kind of think, well, the Germans had all these amazing tanks and aircraft and they were just brilliant, and the French had sort of, rattly old rusty tanks or whatever, and so it was inevitable that the Germans were going to win. Absolutely not true. The French had won, the Germans had lost World War II only just over 2 decades before. France was thought to have the strongest army in the world. France's defenders, which was Britain and France, we had more tanks, more planes, more troops, more trained troops, more guns. A lot of our tanks were as good, if not better, than the German tanks. But what the Germans did, which was so effective, was they harnessed the brain, essentially. They harnessed the human abilities for skill, deception, will, speed of thought, and smarter decision making. And most importantly, they harnessed surprise. So literally, one of the key architects behind this was a chap called Heinz Guderian, who is a German panzer or tank leader. And he'd literally written a book that was published only a couple of years before the war, entitled Beware the Tank, in which he basically said surprise is really important. And yet the French were completely oblivious to all of this. They thought the Germans couldn't possibly do what they were going to do. And so the Germans got through superior decision making, speed, skill, and surprise. So that's how they created the initial opening. But then why did France collapse within only 7 weeks, right? Less than 7 weeks after the German panzers first started rolling on their attack on May the 10th, 1940, less than 7 weeks later, Hitler was having his victory parade up the Champs-Élysées. And that came down to the will to fight. The French, yes, they were beaten after the first 2 or 3 weeks, but the reason why they collapsed so quickly is that they absolutely lost the will to fight. Not everybody, a small number of people did leave and they fought on, but the great bulk of people, the army, the political leadership, essentially there was very little will to fight. And now, contrast that to Ukraine.